something on the box in the front because it looks kind of, you know. So, do you know? Is there anybody around that we can see?
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our program will start momentarily. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining faculty, students, family, staff, alumni, dignitaries, friends, and the Symphony of Soul Band for the inauguration of Dr. Aminta H. Breaux, 10th President of Bowie State University. A round of applause because we're making history today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the Grand Marshal for today's ceremony, Dr. Sherelle Briscoe, Bowie State University's Assistant Vice President for Undergraduate Studies. Please remain seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, members of the Bowie State University community, and friends. With great honor, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the inauguration of Dr. Aminta H. Breaux. Please turn your attention to the center aisle for the academic procession. The procession today includes student leaders representing all levels of classifications, staff representatives, alumni representing each decade since the 1940s, presidents and delegates from institutions and organizations of higher education, and current Bowie State University faculty. Please now welcome the platform guests, which include Bowie State University executive officers, academic deans, and shared governance leaders, University System of Maryland Chancellor and Board of Regents, Presidents Emeriti, and distinguished guests. We are pleased to honor our recently retired immediate past president, Dr. Mickey L. Burnham, led by the University Mace for the last time in this transition of leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and welcome the 10th president of Bowie State University, Dr. Aminta H. Breaux. Madam President, the university community and a host of invited guests are assembled to celebrate your inauguration. We begin with the presentation of the colors by the Bowie State University Bulldog Battalion, ROTC. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem, one verse of Lift Every Voice and Sing, performed by the BSU Madrigal Singers, and the invocation. Thank you, BSU Madrigal Singers and ROTC. Please welcome Bishop Joel Peebles Jr. from Jericho City of Praise Ministries, who will present today's invocation. He will be followed by our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. James T. Brady, Chair of the University System of Maryland Board of Regents. Bishop Peebles.
Well, this is the day the Lord has made, and we can rejoice and be glad in it. If you're excited about this day, come on, give the Lord a big hand clap. Oh, I think there's some Bowie State spirit in the house that has a bigger clap than that. So, Father, on this magnificent day, we celebrate this moment in time that we memorialize a day in Bowie State University history, that the grace of God has brought a stalwart to stand in position of leadership. Today, Father, we thank you that the hearts, the minds, the moods, and the methods of the young molded mind shall bring glory to its community. Father, we thank you for this incredible institution, that it stands as a monument that if God be for you, it doesn't matter who's against you. So we celebrate today to God and our country, to Bowie State, my school. I give God all praise. I give God all honor. In the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, we pray. And everybody who love the Lord, come on, give him a hand clap of praise. God bless you.
Thank you, Bishop Peebles, for those wonderful remarks. Good morning to everyone. This is a day of celebration. This is one of the great days on university campuses when we welcome in a new president. And please be seated, because my remarks will last about an hour and 15 minutes, so I don't want you to stand through the whole thing. I was only kidding. On behalf of the University System of Maryland Board of Regents, I am pleased to welcome all of you to this marvelous occasion. I am honored to serve as today's Master of Ceremonies, and I am pleased to be here with so many members of the Bowie State University family as we install Dr. Aminta H. Breaux as the 10th and first woman president of Bowie State University. With each of my visits to this campus, I am more and more impressed with the spirit and dedication of everyone associated with this university. And I have quickly come to learn, as I have gotten to know her, that President Breaux embodies the same vibrant spirit. Anita Breaux is the right leader at the right time for Bowie. She brings insightful and energetic leadership, and my guess is you probably have gotten some sense of her energy level. She boasts an unfaltering commitment to the students she serves, and her vision for excellence and her commitment to this wonderful institution will serve Bowie State University and the entire university system extremely well. President Breaux, as you continue your efforts to enrich and enhance Bowie State University, I am pleased to pledge the support of the USM Board of Regents. We will do whatever we can to make your journey successful. Before we go further, I would like to acknowledge Dr. Breaux's family, who are here to support her today. Her husband, Melvin, daughters Allison, Danielle, and Melanie, as well as her mother, brothers, sister, and other relatives. Welcome. I would also like to introduce the distinguished guests of the platform party who are celebrating with us today. Please briefly stand as your name is called. From the 5th Congressional District of Maryland, United States Congressman, the Honorable Steny Hoyer. The Lieutenant Governor for the state of Maryland, the Honorable Boyd Rutherford. Maryland Higher Education Commission Secretary, Dr. James D. Fielder, Jr. Prince George's County Executive, the Honorable Rashern Baker. Also with us today are the Chancellor and members of the University System of Maryland's Board of Regents. Appointed by the Governor, The regents oversee the system's academic, administrative, and financial operations, formulate policy, and appoint the USM Chancellor and the presidents of the system's 12 institutions. Chancellor Dr. Robert L. Corrett. Regent Ellen Fish. Regent Barry Gossett. Regent Michelle A. Gordine. Regent Robert D. Rausch. Regent Louis M. Pope. Regent Deanna Johnson. Student Regent William A. Shorter. And former Regent Thomas Slater. Also joining us today are President Emeritus and immediate past President of Bowie State University, Dr. Mickey L. Burnham. Another President Emeritus of Bowie State University, Dr. Samuel L. Myers, is also with us, seated here in the audience. President Emerita of Mitchellville University, Dr. Francine G. McNary Nelson. President of Xavier University of Louisiana, Dr. C. Reynold Verrett. Chair of the Bowie State University Foundation Board, Mr. C. Glenn Mahone. Ms. Colette Youngblood from the Bowie State University Board of Visitors. President of the Bowie State University National Alumni Association, Mr. Ricardo Mitchell. Also on the platform, representing the university's shared governance constituent groups are the following. Chair of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Patricia Westerman. Chair of Staff Council, Mr. George Jones. President of the Student Government Association, Ms. Felicia Faublas. And Director of Communications for the Graduate Student Association, Ms. Janae Carpenter. Also joining us on the platform are the executive officers and deans of the university. I would ask that the members of President Breaux's cabinet please stand. And will the academic deans also stand? The university Mace Bearer and professor in the Department of History and Government, Dr. William Lewis. There are many others seated in the audience who have come to share in this special occasion. In addition to the distinguished elected officials seated on the platform, we are honored by the presence of many others who support Aminta and Bowie State University, including Senate Majority Leader Doug Peters and Speaker Pro Tem of the House, Adrian Jones. And would all local, state, and federal elected officials please stand? We thank the many delegates of higher education institutions, learned studies, and education organizations who have come to celebrate with us, as well as the entire Bowie State University community of faculty, staff, students, and alumni, along with friends and supporters from across the nation. Your presence today signals the substantial support that Bowie State University enjoys as it moves into the next phase of its history. We thank you all for participating in this historic inauguration. We will now hear greetings from each of the groups here today. Our first speaker will be U.S. Congressman Steny Hoyer, who will bring greetings on behalf of the Maryland congressional delegation. He will be followed by Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford for the state of Maryland.
Well, as you perhaps saw, I got here right on time. It's not that we're doing anything in Washington, or at least nothing particularly good. Now, that's as political as I'll get. I'll leave the rest to your own thoughts. Governor Rutherford, Chancellor Corrett, President Breaux, so good to be with you. I also want to greet another president, President Fablous. Is that the way you pronounce it? Where's the president? Where's the student government president? Fabulous. Felicia, and I'm going to say it's fabulous. We politicians stroke one another's backs. President Lowe here? My president. Where's Wallace? He's out front. Oh, there you are. With the faculty. You didn't want to be up here and have everybody see you, huh? I'm a University of Maryland graduate. And Wallace, I'm sorry, I forgot my robe. It's in St. Mary's County and I didn't have it. I am very, very honored to be here representing the congressional delegation. But more importantly than that, representing along with the Lieutenant Governor the 5 to 6 million Marylanders who are so proud of Bowie State University and so very proud and who want to congratulate President Breaux and welcome her to the faculty and to the leadership of this extraordinary institution. Now, I heard Sam Myers mention, is Sam here? Where's Sam? Now, all of you may be thinking, why did he want to recognize President Myers? And the reason I wanted to recognize President Myers, Madam President, he was president of Bowie State when I was elected to the Maryland State Senate in 1966. And very frankly, Senator Edward T. Conroy, who was the senator who represented this area, said Bowie had been neglected. Bowie had not been given the resources it needed to make itself the extraordinary university that it has become. And Dr. Myers was in the leadership of demanding the investment that Bowie State should have had, and he pursued vigorously getting those resources. Dr. Myers, thank you so very much for what you have done. And I've had the opportunity since 1967 of working with every president of this great university. And Dr. Burnham, thank you for all you have done for the university. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I first met President Breaux just a few days after she became president of Bowie State University. I was impressed to learn about her successes at Millersville, and therefore, Bob, not surprised that she was chosen to lead this school. As people on campus and across the state have gotten to know her over the past year, it's clear that the decision to invite her to become Bowie State's 10th president and the first woman to serve in that role was the right one. Bowie State has seen much growth and positive change in the past decades. I've been honored not only to observe it, but to some degree to help achieve it. Former President Mickey Burnham deserves a lot of credit for the work performed during his tenure to launch Bowie State's Education Innovation Initiative that exposes students from underrepresented groups to careers in the sciences and technology. Now, President Breaux will have an opportunity to leave her mark on this great institution to enhance this school and find new ways to fulfill and expand its mission. Last May, the community also experienced hardship with the loss of Richard Collins, his life so tragically taken in a senseless act of violence. President Breaux took the helm at a time of mourning and a time, hopefully, of healing. And she's risen to the challenge with a grace and steadiness that has given all of us strength and impressed all of us that, yes, the right decision was made. She's already racing to excellence, as is our theme today. The core of Bowie State University, going back to its origins in the 1860s, has always been on harnessing the power of education to transform lives for the better. When former First Lady Michelle Obama spoke at Bowie State commencement in 2013, she quoted Frederick Douglass, who said, "Education means emancipation. It means light and liberty. It means the uplifting of the soul of man into the glorious light of truth, the only light by which men can be set free." She praised Bowie State's legacy as part of a network of schools established in the wake of the emancipation, saying, and she continued, "That is the story of Bowie State University. The commitment to education, our next generation, and building ladders of opportunity for anyone working hard, willing to work hard. This is ultimately what Bowie State education provides its 5,600 students: a freedom to pursue every dream, a chance to uplift one's soul through learning in the hard but fulfilling work of education. As Maryland's oldest historically black university, Bowie State has long played a critical role not only in enabling students to reach for a better future, but lifting entire communities as well. In Washington, I'm proud to be a part of the Historically Black Colleges and Universities Caucus, led by Dr. Alma Adams from North Carolina. As all of you know, President Breaux has already been involved for a long time in shaping national policies impacting historically black colleges and other institutions of higher learning. I've been proud to work in Congress with my Maryland colleagues to secure federal support for Bowie. And I've been proud to be a strong supporter of its 3 strategic priorities: academic excellence, student success, and viability of the university. I am always impressed with the students for their constant striving for excellence and their intellect and engagement when I visit Bowie State. Madam President, congratulations to you and to all of your fellow students here at Bowie State. Bowie State students have made the campus a place for dialogue and activism aimed at breaking down barriers and promoting diversity and inclusion in our Maryland communities and across the country. And let's not forget cheering on the Bowie State Bulldogs, especially after last season's extraordinary NCAA Division II trip to the playoffs. Congratulations, Bulldogs. Madam President, I look forward to working closely with you, as I have so many of your predecessors, to make Bowie State even greater. John Kennedy said, "This is a great country, but it can be greater." That was the right way to say it. Well, I lied to you the first time. I maybe said something twice. Bowie State University is a great university. Your president, with the faculty, with the staff, and with the students, will make it even greater. Godspeed. Congratulations.
So good morning. Well, it's wonderful to be back at Bowie State University. And similar to Congressman Hoyer, Bowie has changed substantially since I was an undergraduate down the road at Howard University. It's a different campus now than what it was at that time. And I won't say why I was on campus at that time, but I was here. But it's an honor to be here on this important day for Bowie State University and the state of Maryland. As was mentioned, Bowie State is our oldest historically black college or university in Maryland, and we are all incredibly proud of that legacy. We stand strongly behind the institution's commitment to diversity, to providing and supporting academic environment, and offering world-class educational opportunities. Year after year, the students who have passed through the university have gone on to make remarkable contributions to our society. And today, on behalf of Governor Hogan and our entire administration, I'm pleased to be part of this ushering in of the next important chapter for Bowie State. Under the capable and distinguished guidance of the newest leader, Dr. Breaux, we are certain of the success, of the continued success of Bowie State University. As the 10th president of Bowie State, Dr. Breaux brings more than 3 decades of experience in higher education to this university, and it's very obvious that she started as a child. I have no doubt that she will continue to and further Bowie State's incredible legacy. The top priority of our administration has and always will be education. We are committed to ensuring that our schools and universities pave a clear pathway to careers and produce students who have both the skills and the opportunities they need to be prepared for the jobs of today and the future. Maryland is proud to be home of one of the most highly educated workforces in America. We are 3rd in the nation in research and development intensity, 2nd among the 50 states in the concentration of STEM employment, and 4th in the nation of the number of science and engineering degree holders. The addition of the new natural science, math, and nursing building, which I toured, I guess it was last month or in February with Dr. Breaux, and I actually participated in the groundbreaking with Dr. Burnham 3 years ago, ensures that Bowie will continue to play a significant and an even greater role in producing the science and tech workers and entrepreneurs that we need to continue to drive our economy. Now, under the capable leadership of Dr. Breaux, Bowie State will continue to help Maryland lead the way. Congratulations to the entire Bowie State University family and especially President Breaux. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Breaux to come forward, and I would like to present an official governor's citation commemorating this special day. And if you don't mind, I'll read it.
Please read it.
I think the congressman took most of my time, but we'll continue. Greetings. Be it known that on behalf of the citizens of this state, in recognition of your more than 30 years of successful higher education leadership, integrity, and commitment to excellence, in honor of the occasion of your installation as the 10th president of Bowie State University, and as the people of Maryland join together in expressing our best wishes, great respect, and sincere congratulations, we confer upon you we are pleased to confer upon you this governor's citation signed this day, Lawrence J. Hogan, Governor, myself, Lieutenant Governor, John C. Wilbur-Smith, Secretary of State.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Hoyer and Lieutenant Governor Rutherford, for being with us today and sharing your thoughts. They were very inspiring, to say the least. We will now hear from Mr. Glenn Mahone, Chair of the Bowie State University Foundation, Ms. Colette Youngblood, Bowie State University Board of Visitors, and then Mr. Ricardo Mitchell will bring greetings on behalf of the alums. Mr. Mahone.
Good morning. You know, I'm responsible for Dr. Breaux. I was on the search committee that Dr. Carrick appointed to find the 10th president of Bowie State University. And it was an exciting time for us, for those of us that were on the committee. And the two people that will follow me will probably try to take credit for it also. They just happened to serve on the committee. It is my esteemed pleasure to stand before you today as the chair of the Bowie State University Foundation Board of Directors on this historic and this tremendous occasion. On behalf of the foundation, as we celebrate the installation of Dr. Aminta H. Breaux, the 10th president of Bowie State University, and the first female president in the university's history. A hallmark of things to come. It is indeed an honor to welcome Dr. Breaux to the first historically black institution in the state of Maryland as we celebrate this rich history, legacy, and future possibilities of the Bowie State University. Dr. Breaux is carrying the torch and leading the race to excellence. She is committed to student success and has high standards for academic excellence that we know will come with her tenure. Dr. Breaux is poised to make significant impacts in the world of academia. Her vibrant vision ensures the success of our students and the long-term viability of this extraordinary institution. Today, we affirm the mission and vision of Bowie State University, and with great expectations, the Foundation Board joins Dr. Breaux to begin a new chapter in Bowie State University's history. We look forward to partnering with Dr. Breaux in racing to excellence and advancing the university forward. Congratulations again to the family of Dr. Breaux, but more importantly, to Dr. Breaux. Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Colette Youngblood, and I'm the former chair of the Bowie State University Board of Visitors. It is an honor and a privilege to speak on behalf of the Board of Visitors on this historic occasion, an occasion where a woman, an occasion where a strong black woman is being inaugurated as the 10th president of Bowie State University. I participated in the search for the new president for Bowie State University, and while there were many qualified applicants, Dr. Breaux rose above all applicants because of her enthusiastic, because of her enthusiastic approach to bringing students, faculty, and staff together. Shortly after Dr. Breaux came on board, I had the pleasure of having lunch with her. I saw firsthand how well she related to everyone. On our walk from her office to the dining facility and back, she took the time to actively engage in conversation with every person she came in contact with. She makes you know, she lets you know that you have a voice. I was quite surprised and pleasantly surprised, even though I knew, but I saw that everyone else saw, that she was the right choice for the president of Bowie State University. The sense of inclusion she projects solidifies the fact that the future of Bowie State University is bright. Dr. Breaux, welcome. I'm looking forward to seeing many great things happen for Bowie State University, and I am proud to say that I participated in the search for finding you. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I guess I could start off by saying I, too, was on the search committee. But I'll be a little more formal. Good morning, Dr. Breaux. The first man of Bowie State University, Mr. Melvin Breaux, Esquire. The Breaux and Hawkins family, distinguished guests, alumni, of course, students, faculty, and staff. As the national president of Bowie State University, Maryland's oldest historically black institution, we welcome you to the installation ceremony of our 10th president. Today we gather to write the legendary history of our great university. Founded in 1865, we celebrate its 153 years of history with the installation of Dr. Aminta H. Breaux as the 10th president and the first female president of our alma mater. What a special day it is for her and her family. And what a special day it is as they watch the fulfillment of a lifelong achievement. Dr. Breaux. And what a special day it is for Bowie State as we mark this day with a historic marker as Dr. Breaux changes the face of our university across this region. Now, I want to pause here for a second. I tried to do this yesterday with a dramatic pause. It didn't work. But I'm going to pause here for a second because it's important, I think, that we just take a deep breath and we smell the newness of the first. How many opportunities do we have in our lifetimes to watch and be a part of the first of anything? This is historic. 153 years ago, when former slaves decided to help forge a new trail for slaves, yet unknown and yet unborn. With their pennies and nickels, they decided that they wanted a better life for their people. And there goes the birth of Bowie State. So take a deep breath and feel the history of Bowie State. Feel the history of those people who gave all that they had to create this place. And we are witnesses to another glorious first. The National Alumni Association is committed to enhancing the mission and vision being implemented by Dr. Breaux. With her boundless energy and grace, we embrace her Racing to Excellence theme, and we pledge to do more and to give more. Dr. Breaux, we look forward to partnering with you and assisting you in any way that we can. welcome to Bowie State. Black and gold forever.
Thank you, Mr. Mahone, Ms. Youngblood, Mr. Mitchell. Thank you for your comments. You know, listening to all the comments, I feel a certain compulsion to take personal credit for bringing Aminta Breaux to Bowie State University. Now, I fully realize that full credit will last until the next person takes full credit for it. But I wanted to get that in just before this. You know, and what all that means to me is that the choice of Aminta Breaux to lead this institution has been a team effort. There have been a lot of people involved from every facet of Bowie State University. And I think that augurs incredibly well for Aminta and her term as president of Bowie State University. But for the moment, I take full credit, okay? At this time, the Bowie State University Concert Choir, under the direction of Dr. Mary Mal Holmes, will perform I Have a Dream, a choral rendition of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech arranged by noted African-American composer Mark Fax. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. I am pleased now to bring forward representatives of the university staff and students to share their greetings. First, we hear from Mr. George Jones for staff, and then the former Miss Felicia Faublas. As you know, she has been renamed Fabulous by congressional directive, I believe. I think, is that official? Is that official, Stanley? Great. Terrific. And finally, Miss Janae Carpenter for the graduate students.
Good morning. My time is limited, so I want to ask you all to close your eyes for 5 seconds and let's take ourselves back to 1865 in Baltimore, Maryland, in the basement of the African church. 5 seconds. Thank you. I bring you greetings on behalf of the spine and backbone of this university, the staff. I bring you inaugural greetings in the spirit of Sankofa. We reach back and we bring forward. That's what we're doing today on this historic occasion. I not only greet you on behalf of the current staff here at Bowie State University, I also stand proxy for the ancestors, for our forebearers who served and toiled as the first staff of this institution in its inception. I also stand in proxy of the staff of the previous 9 administrations, many of whom, as staff, had no idea or would never even imagine a day would ever come when a woman would be chosen to lead an institution such as this. But here we are as witnesses today on this great occasion as we celebrate this historic inauguration of our 10th, and again, we can't stop saying it because it's true, our very first woman president, Dr. Aminta H. Breaux. As I always say, I wasn't going to leave it out, Dr. Breaux. She knows when I introduce her, I always say, the illustrious Dr. Aminta H. Breaux. President Breaux, we honor you for walking through that door, which was closed for women for so many years, and illustrating to all young women especially what is possible if you would only prepare, believe, and pursue the impossible. As you know, President Breaux, when you came here, you hit the ground running. And to tell you the truth, I don't believe she's stopped since. Matter of fact, she's still running. And I asked someone once, where's she going? Someone says she's racing to excellence. Well, I tell you, the staff here at Bowie State University, we are sufficiently motivated, we're fully engaged, and we're ready to step up and help you move this university forward. We put on our racing shoes too. Since you arrived, we've been amazed by your energy and your drive. We have admired your vision and your core values, and we have embraced your commitment to shared governance. We absolutely stand ready to race to excellence with you. As I'm sure you're aware, you are blessed and highly favored. As you journey down this road, not only do we as staff wish you God's favor, we also wish you God's speed. So let the race begin.
Desire is the key to motivation, but is commitment and determination to an unrelenting pursuit of your goals, a commitment to excellence, which will help you attain the success you seek. Mario Andretti. Here at Bowie State University, we find strength and take pride in our unrelenting, unwavering, unbreakable, unshakable, and unmatchable determination and commitment to pursuing excellence, which renders it possible for all the students who attend here to attain success. Good morning. I am Felicia Fabulous, a graduating senior majoring in history and government with a minor in pre-law from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I have the pleasure and honor of serving as the Student Government Association President for the 2017-2018 academic year. And I would like to welcome you all and thank you all for coming to attending the inauguration for our 10th University President, Dr. Aminta Breaux. The frequency with which we use the word excellence here at Bowie State is an amazing phenomenon. Excellence is currently one of our core values, and President Breaux has committed us to racing to excellence. However, there are in fact valid questions surrounding this word. What is excellence? How is excellence defined? And what does it truly mean to commit to excellence? Well, today, I'm here to attempt to answer those burning questions. There's a dictionary definition of excellence, of course. And if you all want to follow along while I read it, just pull out your phone to type define excellence into Google like I did. Excellence, a noun. The quality of being outstanding or extremely good. See, when I first read that, I thought to myself, Google, for the first time in my 4 years here at Bowie State University, you have let me down. That is a totally circular definition. So I had to do some more research and out-of-the-box thinking to determine what is excellence, and what exactly is a commitment to excellence. I could not come up with a precise pinpoint definition. However, I discovered several examples that encompass and epitomize what I believe excellence to look like. For students, I discovered that excellence actually looks like getting out of bed to attend your 8 a.m. class. Or even your 9 a.m. or your 10 or 11 or whenever. And I know some of you all are thinking to yourself, well, Felicia, I think you have a pretty low standard for excellence, but I don't think the standard is too low when you consider the fact that almost 30% of college students suffer from depression or from another form of mental illness. And being at a historically black institution, who knows what that number can be because we just don't talk about it. But sometimes just getting out of bed is as excellent as it comes. Excellence, it looks like constantly striving and aiming for a 4.0 despite the challenges in your way. Again, you might ask yourself, well, isn't actually receiving the 4.0 more excellent? That is excellent as well, but you all know that age-old saying about what happens when you shoot for the moon, right? And here at Bowie State University, I have met students who are homeless, who are struggling to find where their next meal is coming from, who are working 3 jobs just to pay their way through school, who are fighting to get out of domestic abuse situations, and who still, in the face of all that, who are still continuing to try their best academically. You see, our Bowie State University is a fostering ground for students to become excellent. Our Bowie State University gives students the opportunity to search for excellence and pulls the excellence out of them when so many people have doubted that they could ever be excellent at all. And today, our Bowie State University is going to be installing a leader here who will continue to make sure that our students and our institution continues racing towards excellence. Because let me tell you what else excellence looks like. Excellence, well, it looks like almost a year ago, your first greeting to our university being in West Philadelphia, born and raised. Excellence, it looks like breaking your busy stride and schedule to stop and engage with students and embrace them as though they were who you're on your way to be in a meeting with. Excellence, it looks like that selfie you took with the graduating class of 2017. Excellence, it looks like becoming the first ever woman president at the first historically black university in the state of Maryland after 153 years of its founding. Excellence looks like being selected to serve at this institution of higher learning when only 27% of colleges and universities even have a woman as their president. 27%. Excellence, It looks like the resiliency in the face of adversity and handling difficult decisions and announcement with class, fortitude, and grace. In excellence, it looks like you, Dr. Aminta Breaux. You see, a great philosopher by the name of Robin Rihanna Fenty once said, "There's something so special about a woman who dominates in a man's world, because it takes a certain grace, strength, intelligence, and fearlessness, and the nerve to never take no for an answer." And in this moment, I am able to say that because of this and so many other reasons, our 10th university president is exuding excellence at Bowie State University. Congratulations, Bowie State University, and congratulations, Dr. Aminta Hawkins Breaux. Thank you for committing to us to pursuing excellence. Thank you.
Wow, that's kind of hard to follow. Good morning. I bring you greetings from the Graduate Student Association. My name is Janae Carpenter, the Director of Communications and a proud 2011 alumni from the Psychology Department. Greetings, Dr. Breaux, Mr. Breaux and family, Chancellor Correct, cabinet members, platform guests, faculty, staff, alumni, brilliant scholars of Bowie State University, and all of our wonderful guests that have come to share in this historic occasion. It is such a historic moment in the Bulldog Nation. Congratulations, Dr. Aminta Hawkins Breaux. You are our first women president in the history of 153 years of our existence. What an accomplishment. Dr. Breaux, you were called for such a time as this. In the words of the late, great Maya Angelou, it's in the click of your heels, the bend of your hair, the need for your care. You are a phenomenal woman. You are, yes, let's clap for that. You are a woman of great vision, strategy, grace, poise, humor, and humility. And I cannot forget to mention a woman of integrity, a keen love for your students, and nevertheless, a true hard worker. Diane Marie Child once stated, "A woman is the full circle. Within her is the power to create, nurture, and transform." Dr. Breaux, GSA has watched you navigate the campus like Olivia Pope. We believe in your leadership, and the future looks so promising. As we serve, advocate, and negotiate for graduate students, we do so in a spirit of excellence. We are committed and dedicated to racing to excellence alongside you as your partner. To close, Dr. Breaux, there's a bravery in knowing you are on the right side of history. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones, Ms. Fabulous, and Ms. Carpenter for those remarks. At this time, I am pleased to welcome to the podium two members of the higher education community. We will hear first from Dr. Reynold Verrett, President of Xavier University of Louisiana. Dr. Verrett was a colleague of Dr. Breaux's when they both worked at the University of the Sciences. Prior to his presidency at Xavier, Dr. Verrett served as provost at Wilkes University in Pennsylvania and Savannah State University in Georgia. A respected biochemist, he has continually worked to increase the number of U.S. students pursuing degrees in STEM disciplines and continuing to advance study. He will be followed by Dr. Francine McNary Nelson, President Emerita of Millersville University. Dr. McNary Nelson was the first black woman to lead a Pennsylvania State University when she assumed the presidency in 2003 as the 13th president of Millersville University. She is responsible for hiring Dr. Breaux at Millersville and remains a mentor of Dr. Breaux. Immediately following their remarks, the University Concert Band will treat us to a special musical selection. Dr. Verrett?
Good morning, Bulldog Nation. It is a very good day. My greetings to the board, to Dr. Breaux, to all those who take credit for bringing her here, to the faculty, the staff, the students, the alumni, and all the many stalwart friends of Bowie State who are here to support this day. I can tell you, I'm deeply moved as I met many of Dr. Breaux's family, those who knew her as a young woman, as a little girl. And somehow I'm hearing in their words that she was preparing herself for this day even though she did not know it, and they did not know it as well. And I come as a witness because I was a young dean and a colleague of Dr. Breaux. And there I witnessed firsthand what I can call prudence of judgment, imagination, creativity, ability to work with all the sectors of the university, and especially a zeal, I say a zeal, for student success, achievement, and their growth, and doing the last measure to make it happen. And every once in a while we would celebrate something magical that happened when a student who started in one place is now over here and ready to go. And that dedication is what she brings to you. And she brings to you something for the future of Bowie State. Well, we all know that there was a time when some people did not believe that the sons and daughters of slaves should partake of that dream that was heard in that song, should be educated at a very high level and engage fully in what I call the pursuit of happiness, the American purpose and dream. But there were some who believed otherwise, who created these schools like Bowie State, the HBCUs, and then went further and said that there is talent, there is gift, there is excellence that should be cultivated not only for that individual person, but for the community that they would go on to serve. But even more profoundly because it was about rescuing America from its nightmare. Because America at some point did not believe in all its people and was not ready to accomplish the dream that was at the founding, that we were all needed, that e pluribus unum, that one people, and that the country does not go forward if all the sons and daughters of America aren't educated. And now we are at this moment where on the international plane, it is the creative mind, whether it's in the sciences, in the arts. It's the mind that matters in moving countries forward. And somehow, someone may have thought that we could go to the Olympics and choose our best players from only a small sector of the community. And that dream is failing. And the HBCUs are here to rescue America again from its nightmare. And there is talent that we see in 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds that needs to be brought to fruition. I keep repeating to my friends and students that there was a man who's now HUD secretary who was himself the leading pediatric neurosurgeon of the nation. And somehow the nation would have been poorer if someone did not cultivate that talent. I'm not talking about politics now. But there is talent that has brought America this far, and it is a place like Bowie State that it will happen. So today you have chosen a president for this time in Bowie State that not only will serve and allow the state of Maryland to become what it needs to be, but also serves the nation, because you are sending young women and men. And we've heard of fabulous people and charpentiers, I think, who have gone from Bowie State, who will go and will actually build this nation. And so we are passing on the future. Dr. Breaux, and what you do here with this faculty, with these staff, with these students, is your gift to the future. And I know it will happen. And it's happening because of the commitment. And I will end with one thing. We are all responsible, maybe, for bringing Dr. Breaux here, including those people who actually brought her up as a little girl. But we also are all responsible for being with her as she rows the ship and imagining and making that real. So I'm asking you and committing you to have her back. Thank you.
To all the distinguished guests on our platform and throughout the audience, to the faculty, staff, students, and alumni of Bowie State University, I am so honored to be a part of this ceremony for my friend and colleague, Dr. Aminta H. Breaux. Madam President, I knew from the moment I met you that you were destined to become a university president. The question was never if, but when. Your passions for leading and enhancing a student-centered learning environment were so evident. As we worked together, I marveled at your endless reservoir of energy, inquisitive nature, financial acumen, and communication skills. You demonstrated your respect for the faculty and staff and your love for students time and time again. Your ability to develop partnerships with the external community was second only to your natural talent in building friendships for the university. You asked and will ask hard questions, and were never afraid to have those hard questions asked of you. And all along, you revealed a great sense of humor. Now, maybe she'll share with you some of our escapades as rival persons in Pennsylvania in football season. Oh, I'm in Redskin territory, aren't I? Dr. Breaux, as a university president, you enter a world that few will ever know or appreciate. To me, the presidency is an esteemed calling, which demands that you lead with integrity, embracing truth, vision, collaboration, and transparency. It requires that you honor and respect the 150-plus year history as you steer this amazing ship into the future. The world did not begin today. But as we all celebrate this inauguration, understand there is a revered covenant between the president and the university community. You each have a role to play. First, that covenant stipulates that Bowie State's distinction will not be accomplished by the president alone. Instead, it is imperative that you, the university community develop and sustain a genuine and superb partnership with President Breaux to assure Bowie's continued and future greatness. Remember, students deserve excellence that was so eloquently defined and are eager to do their part as active participants and learners on this journey. Second, while it is true that President Breaux is now Bowie State's drum major, ambassador, problem solver, friend and fundraiser, cheerleader, risk taker, sometimes healer, and other times diplomat, the most exciting and meaningful role she will play is that which our African ancestors referred to as the griot, the storyteller. Every day, she will tell the Bowie State story, whether it's about faculty accomplishments in teaching or groundbreaking research, students developing entrepreneurial skills, or the institution's record of prominence in community engagement or STEM programs. You in the university must do your part to continually arm your president with these amazing stories, which are the heart and soul of Bowie State. And don't be shy about sharing those stories. Be proud, be bold. So to my friend and colleague, congratulations on achieving this remarkable distinction. To Madam President, march forward hand in hand with Bowie State and hold fast to the knowledge that your institution, as the oldest historically black university in Maryland, has an awesome story that must be told each and every day of your presidency. President Breaux, rise with Bowie State and know for yourself that the presidency is an extraordinary gift and honor. Congratulations, my friend.
Thanks to the University Concert Band under the direction of Dr. Adolph Wright for that wonderful rendition of Motown Philly by Boys to Men. I now invite Chancellor Corrett to the podium, who will probably take all the credit for hiring Aminta. I just wanted to get that in, but he'll share his remarks before the installation.
Thank you, Chairman Brady, and you are so correct. I was the one that appointed the search committee. It's my great honor and privilege to be part of this ceremony today, installing Dr. Aminta H. Breaux as the 10th president of Bowie State University. As you know, we are a 12-campus system, and I have a number of my presidents here with me today, and they'll understand when I say that, today Bowie State University is my favorite campus in the system, and Aminta Breaux is my favorite president. As we interviewed Aminta during the search process, it became clear that she had the kind of energy, character, and experience we were looking for in a new president here at Bowie State University. I had spent a great deal of time on the campus talking to the various communities on the campus about what was needed, and she fit that bill explicitly. She had a vision that painted a very bright future for this campus. Bowie is a wonderful, dynamic institution. You've heard a lot about it today. It's committed to excellence in education for its students and success of those students as they move through their career path here on campus and look to their future. But it's also committed to affordability and high quality. And that's something public institutions are always struggling with. How do we remain affordable and yet maintain a level of quality that's appropriate for our student body? Bowie is a force for cultural and economic change and development in this region, statewide and even nationally. And it's a leader in providing community service, as you've heard from some of the speakers today. Throughout the search process, and as you've heard again today, after her arrival, it was clear that all of the pieces fit with this president. Experience, skill, an emphasis on partnerships externally, a very collaborative leadership style. She was tailor-made to lead Bowie State University into its future. And very quickly, she brought that energy, she brought that vision to bear on the campus, beginning to focus on growing enrollment, something that we all felt was important to this campus, and expanding the business partnerships that can help, both financially and politically, ensure that as we grow that enrollment, the resources are provided to support that enrollment growth. She has a wide range of experiences, as you've heard from some of the other speakers that have worked with her, in some of the things we need to run a campus: human relations, finance, academic affairs, and alumni engagement. She's served in a variety of roles at a variety of institutions. Aminta H. Breaux is the right person at the right time for Bowie State University, and we're very, very pleased that she said yes when we offered the position. And so, as we continue through this installation process, I charge you, Dr. Aminta Breaux, to hold this institution in the highest regard, to strengthen its academic programs, especially in areas of great need here in the state of Maryland and the nation, and to continually advocate for the students who have placed their faith in this institution and in you. I charge you to value the contributions of the students, faculty, staff, and alumni, and every member of the Bowie State community, recognizing that the university's future is dependent on strong and productive relationships among all of those communities that are part of this BSU family. I charge you to ever be mindful of the unique place Bowie State holds as a historically black university, and to honor the traditions and special responsibilities that accompany that designation, while at the same time continuing to expand the horizons and broaden the vision of the institution as it continues to evolve for the next 150 years. I charge you to be a force of unity, bringing together the wonderful diversity of this campus in common mission towards student success, learning, and leadership. And lastly, I charge you to reach deep into the community around you, responding to the needs and concerns of the community, making your institution a vital and vibrant member of the community as we march forward. None of these charges will be easy. There will be times of great success and times of setbacks. But through it all, we know you will persevere. And through it all, the University System of Maryland will work as your partner and ally to make that vision you have for this institution possible. For all of us here today, academicians and students, friends and supporters, public and private, and from throughout the state and the nation, I offer you congratulations and best wishes, and awfully lot of great success as you continue to lead this institution for the next, maybe not 150 years, but for the next few years, and take it to the next stage of its evolvement and development. And with that, we come to the focal point of today's ceremonies. The investiture will be conducted by Regent and Chair Jim Brady, Chair of the University System of Maryland Board of Regents, and I invite Jim back to the podium at this time.
It is my pleasure and privilege to confer Bowie State University's highest office upon Dr. Aminta Breaux. Today she will receive the symbol of her new office, the President's Medallion, and I hope all of you in the audience and all of those keeping score at home realize that now I can truly take credit for all of this. You heard from a lot of the pretenders. I am the man. The medallion's weight is a reminder of the heavy responsibilities that must be willingly carried by all who occupy positions of leadership. The medallion also links the new leader to the rich heritage of the institution. And the design on its face, a reproduction of the Bowie State seal, is a representation of the large community that she serves. The medallion is an important historical and ceremonial symbol of the leadership of Bowie State University as granted by the Board of Regents of the University System of Maryland. It confirms the trust that the Regents place in the President and her vision for the university. Dr. Breaux, please come forward.
I'm right here.
She already has.
I'm ready. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. I'm ready. I don't care. I'm still racing forward. Doesn't matter. With or without a medallion.
This might be the hardest thing that has to be done today, as a matter of fact.
We will get it on.
We will do this.
The Chancellor claims that we will get it on. He, unfortunately, he did not say today, but...
Thank you.
Aminta Breaux, you have been duly selected to serve as President of Bowie State University. As Chair of the University System of Maryland Board of Regents, it is my pleasure to install you in that office with all of its requisite rights, privileges, and responsibilities. And now we will, well, we've already done the medallion.
Yes.
Probably would have done it easier if I had helped, but President Breaux, you are on.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bowie State University. Thank you, Prince George's County. Thank you so very much, everyone who's gathered here this afternoon, and good afternoon. On behalf of Bowie State University, welcome to BSU. Bulldog Nation, BSU. BSU. Thank you so much for being a part of this celebration. It is truly a celebration. It's been an incredible week-long experience of excitement, and I just want to thank you first and foremost to Chairman Brady, the Board of Regents, Chancellor Corrett, for entrusting me with the privilege of leading this outstanding and historic university. Thank you so very much. Yes, we are the first historically black institution in the state of Maryland, and I'm truly honored to serve this campus as its 10th president, and yes, the first woman president in the history of Bowie State University. To the past presidents, it has been said that the truest test of leadership is leaving behind a situation which common sense, without the grace of genius, can navigate successfully. Thank you for the many contributions and difficult choices you've made that have brought us where we are today. I'm especially honored to have among our past presidents, and Congressman Hoyer, I know very well about the legacy of Dr. Myers, who is with us today, the rich legacy. And I thank you, Dr. Myers, for being with us today, on whose shoulders I stand. Thank you for all that you have done. For Bowie State University, thank you so very much for your legacy. To the students, where are you? BSU? BSU! I love you. I love you. I love you more. Thank you for our many, many uplifting and challenging at times, but uplifting conversations, because I want you to ask those questions. Dr. McNary Nelson said it right. I want to hear your voices. I want to hear what we're doing well, but I want to hear how much more we could do to ensure that you are successful. So thank you for all the wonderful conversations that we've had, and for always reminding me of what's most important here. It's about you and your success. So thank you, my students, for all that you've done to lift me up every day. To the faculty, oh, you are amazing. Thank you for your leadership and for being innovators who launch new programs, devise new approaches to research, teaching, and learning, and collaborate across disciplinary lines and boundaries. You are truly amazing. I see it firsthand every day as I see you working with the students in the classroom, as I walk across the campus, and through the experiential learning opportunities. And this week, with the amazing research symposium that was conducted, it was truly amazing. Give yourselves a round of applause. To the staff, administrators, and cabinet, thank you for demonstrating every day your dedication to students and for your commitment to this entire campus. To the alumni that are here and those I've met along the way on this journey since joining BSU, your passion is incredible. And I can't thank you enough for the beautiful welcome you've given to me, how much you fed me and let me know about that Southern hospitality down on the Lower Shore. My scale doesn't thank you, but I thank you. Thank you for all the cakes and the wonderful home cooking and just the way you made me feel so much at home. Your spirit and pride in BSU is inspirational. And thank you for letting me know that this is indeed a very, very special place. To Congressman Hoyer, County Executive Baker, and our special alumni in office, and I know they always tell you don't single people out because it just keeps going, but there are some alumni here today I would like to recognize who welcome me into their homes, who are serving in Annapolis, our alumni who are serving in Annapolis. I'd like to actually just ask them to stand for just a brief moment. And that's Delegates Susie Proctor, Senator Joanne Benson, and Carolyn J.B. Howard. Please stand so we might recognize you. We are so very proud of our alumni. Give them a round of applause, please. And to all other delegates and representatives, senators who are serving in Annapolis, we thank you so much, and it's great to see that you're still standing after those 90 days, and we thank you for all of your support of public higher education. Please get them a round of applause. Thank you. To our elected officials, your support of higher education for this institution is so very crucial. It's crucial to our economy, and it's crucial to our democracy. And we thank you so very much for what you do each and every day. Members of the military, business leaders, and all other guests here today, again, thank you for the warm welcome to Prince George's County, for this West Philadelphia girl who's very proud to be in Prince George's County this day and looking towards the future. To the inauguration committee, wow. We started off this week on Sunday at the gospel concert. We went into the community. I was out picking up trash in the county. I want to let you know, do I get a round of applause, our executive? But it wasn't just me. I was joined by wonderful faculty, staff, and students out there helping to connect us to the community because we are part of this wonderful Prince George's County community. And you all have my sincere appreciation for creating this amazing celebration of BSU. Thank you to the inauguration committee. Because of your hard work, this week has been just full of wonderful initiatives and excitement. And I want to ask the inauguration committee at this time to please stand so we might recognize you. Cassandra Robinson and the entire inauguration committee, please stand up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This week has especially been full of two of my passions. And those of you who know me know this about me, and so it's not a secret, and you can spread it far and wide. I love the arts. I love STEM, but we need the arts. And this week we celebrated that wonderful, magnificent building that we're so fortunate to have, our new Fine and Performing Arts Center that's home to wonderful academic communities there. But Chancellor and Regents, we were showcasing that FPAC, the Fine and Performing Arts Center that the state made possible, the system made possible. We celebrated this year and brought in the arts to Bowie State University with having Judith Jamison there to coach our students, guide them on their path throughout the arts with dance and music. And thank you for all that you have done to make that possible. And last, but first in my heart, I want to thank my friends and family, dear friends who have traveled from far and wide to be here to celebrate this time, this historic time in my life's journey, but also for Bowie State University. I want to first give a special thanks to my dear friend, my mentor, and a staunch leader, a wonderful, strong woman, Dr. Francine G. McNeary Nelson, for being here today to stand with me. And I truly appreciate you, my dear friend. And we will tell them the stories about all that we did on the golf course at another time during football season. To my colleague and friend, Dr. Ronald Verrett, thank you for bringing greetings today and being here. And it's been an honor to walk with you through this journey to this pinnacle place as the president of Bowie State University. Thank you so much for being here today. In the audience are a number of individuals who I want to thank for your support on my life's journey. My journey has taken me, yes, from West Philadelphia, born and raised, and proud of it. And in a moment I'll start singing, so I'll stop there. But it's going from Philadelphia to Lancaster County, where I served at Millersville University, and then here to Prince George's County, Maryland. I'd like for all of those members, friends from the Lancaster community, would you please stand to be recognized? And I want to thank you for coming out today. Thank you. To my family, Melvin, the first gentleman, and I'm going to say it, he doesn't want me to say this, the first dude here in... To my dear husband, thank you for all that you do behind the scenes to stiffen me, to steel me, to encourage me each and every day. You do it in so many ways, and often in small ways that aren't recognized. Thank you for allowing me to do what I do. Thank you, dear. Please give him a round of applause. I'm very proud to share this day with very strong women in their own right, my daughters who are here with me today, and I'm going to ask them to stand. They are amazing young women who I'm very, very proud of. Let me introduce to you my daughters, Allison, Danielle, and Melanie. Please stand up. Thank you. And I'm a grandmother, and joining us today is my grandson, William, who is now shaking his head. But William, yes, I'm going to ask you to stand up. I'm very proud of my 15-year-old grandson. And unable to be here today are my other two grandchildren, Gavin and Kayla, who are truly my heart. And to my siblings, Alex, Jeffrey, and Alicia, we've walked a long journey together to get to this point, and thank you for all your love and support all the way throughout this time, and I'm so glad that you're able to join us today. They've come from near and far, my brother Alex from Dallas, my brother Jeffrey from New York, and my sister Alicia, who's near in Washington, D.C. Please stand to be recognized. Love you guys. Now, Congressman Hoyer and all others who have taken credit for my being here, here's the real story. Seated in the front row is my mother, Anna Woodley. Please acknowledge my mother, who is just an incredible, strong lady. Mom, you've been my biggest fan, and I just want you to know the feeling is truly mutual. I love you dearly. Thank you, Mom. And to my father, many of you here have heard me talk about my father. He's no longer with us. He has passed on. But his philosophy and his love of learning and helping others to do their best, that's what guides me every day. Is his philosophy and his spirit. He was an educator, as well as a coach of track and field Olympic athletes. And as I strive to continue his legacy, I am pleased that joining us today are a few of those he inspired along the way through his journey. Olympic medalists Herman Fraser, Steve Riddick, and the oldest living American Olympic medalist, Mr. Herb Douglas. Would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you all for being here, my colleagues who have come from the institutions across the system, and thank you all for being here to support this leg of the race of Racing to Excellence. You know, I first greeted this campus almost a year ago, and the Chancellor and I were talking about that. But, you know, the time has gone by so very quickly because it's been a true joy to be here and to serve as the 10th president of BSU. And this Philly girl has learned a lot during that time since I stepped foot onto the campus. For instance, I've learned where we can find the best crab cakes. But you know what? I know enough because I am from Philadelphia and I know how we are with our cheesesteaks. So I'm not going to get into that back and forth about where the best crab cakes are, because if I survey any of you, you're going to tell me 50 different answers. So as with cheesesteaks, everyone knows they have their favorite place and it's non-negotiable. So we're going to stop there, but I do know where there's some great crab cakes that are out there. I've also have learned that this is Prince George's County and not PG. And to my colleague, Madam President McNary Nelson, I also have learned something else, being in this area and being from a sports town. I know to remain neutral in this whole DC versus Baltimore versus Philadelphia, the Steelers, I don't get into any of that. I just stay neutral. I just stay in my lane. That's all I do. Because you know what? Bulldog Nation, you're my #1 team. BSU! BSU! And on a day that is all about tradition, it's just so wonderful to spend it with people who believe in BSU. And to share that spirit that you just heard here, it doesn't take much to get us going because there's a wonderful, wonderful spirit that's here. And I felt that spirit from the moment I stepped foot onto this campus and into this community. And I was excited. Yes, you've heard about my energy. But why am I excited? It's because of you and being here. And now that I am here, I stepped foot onto the campus thinking, I don't know much about this place, but you know what? It's because of you that I'm excited even more, because I do know the story about Bowie State University and all of its history and its legacy. It is one of immense grit and determination, and it's a story about passion for education that brought black and white communities together after the Civil War. And you know, that rich history, it motivates us today to do more, to bring us together, to ensure the next 153 years of this wonderful historic institution, because we are a community. From the Baptist church that first housed the Baltimore Normal School, we moved into this place in 1911 to this property that was known as the Normal School No. 3. But a raging fire, just 11 years later, almost nearly destroyed everything that you see here. And that wasn't our only trying time. We endured the Great Depression. We faced declining enrollments in the 40s as our students went off to war. And we constantly battled stereotypes that threatened to limit our ambitions in the 50s. Our struggle continued throughout the 60s. And just this week, we recognize the activism of students that took place on this campus to have their voice heard, to ensure that we have the resources that we need here. And in every subsequent decade, through every challenge or every disappointment, BSU, we have endured and we have triumphed. We withstood hardships, but you know, we grew and we forged paths where no path existed. And we evolved. Our trajectory, it's continuing. We don't stop here. This is just the beginning. This is where I get started. And so if you think I'm racing now, in this year ahead, don't get scared, staff and faculty. But we do need to race. While our heritage as a teacher's college will always be at the heart of what we're doing, the history that we have here will always be a part of us. Today we have evolved. Today we have 22 undergraduate majors, 19 master's programs. We have 2 doctoral programs, and we have evolved. So just think back. You were asked to reflect on, for those 5 seconds, that back in 1865, those were very, very meager beginnings after the Civil War. But our success couldn't have been assumed or predicted. If we were to be time travelers, and I'm going to ask you to go back a little bit and reflect as well. If we were time travelers and had the chance to actually witness all of that history, I bet it would have felt like you were riding the highest wave possible. Now, I'm not a surfer, I'm a runner, but I just imagine riding that wave as a surfer, that 100-foot wave, a wave as tall as 3 school buses stacked up on top of one another. But for that few seconds before you pass out from sheer terror, that beautiful view on the horizon, at the bottom of a wave is churning. The torrent of water is there. You're twisted around, you're disoriented, and you can't imagine that you're ever going to come out of that wall of water alive, let alone cresting that next wave, unless, BSU, you keep the faith. You keep the faith. And one of my favorite Bible verses is, "Now faith is substance of things hoped for, the evidence of not seen." Let me repeat that. Now faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. At Bowie State University, it's our faith that has not only brought us out of rough waters, it has given us the power and imagination to make our mark in ways that our founders couldn't have ever have imagined or dreamed of. And today, we are cultivating leaders in many fields, and students have opportunities to work alongside the faculty, amazing faculty, who are combining their power of chemistry and genetics using chemogenomics. Took me a while to get that together, but how am I doing? Chemogenomics, to uncover novel approaches for tackling rare diseases, working to address the opioid crisis by developing a model for certifying addictions counselors to meet the rising challenge that we have in our societies across this country. They're studying, our faculty and students are studying the sequences of food products imported from the United States to help fight agro-terrorism, and partnering on a $25 million federal program to produce more minority students and graduates who will lead in the fight against cyber threats. We should care about that, don't we? Cyber threats. And that's happening here at BSU. These are just some of the examples of the exciting achievements happening in this community, on this campus, that not only provides fertile ground for academic inquiry, but also creates a new space for everyone, inclusiveness, where diversity and differences are respected and ideas are welcome. It is because we are Bowie State University that our students thrive. And with the permission, I'd like to highlight just a few examples. You've already seen some examples of the amazing students we have, but in just a brief few moments, I'd like to highlight 3 additional examples, beginning with a student, Michelangelo Hayes, who's pursuing, Michelangelo Hayes. Stand up, Michelangelo. He's in the back. Michelangelo Hayes is pursuing a degree in visual studies. Michelangelo graduated from another university, but he yearned to pursue a career in the music industry. And despite facing extreme poverty and even homelessness at one point, he found his way to Bowie State University, where we have embraced him fully. He now runs his own record company, has a 4.0 GPA, and will be our first visual studies with a hip-hop concentration. He will be graduating next month. Please give Michelangelo a round of applause. Bowie State University. This is what Michelangelo has said. Bowie State University gave me a level of love and safety that I have waited for my entire life. Congratulations to you, Michelangelo. I'll look forward to seeing you walk across this stage next month. Congrats. And it is because we are Bowie State University that Janae Carpenter, who you heard from earlier, and what you don't know about her, other than she's an amazing, strong young lady, is that she's also a very busy mother of 4. She is pursuing, yes, you can give her a round of applause for that. I give to her that every day. She is pursuing a master's degree in communications that suits her intellectual as well as her logistical demands. And she is not only a student, but a director of communications of the Graduate Student Association, and she is slated to graduate next May. And Janae has said this about BSU. BSU is my home, and she usually says, this is my home, and it's my community. This university affirmed and confirmed my identity. It was here that I became convinced I can do anything. Please give her a round of applause. It is because we are BSU, Bowie State University, that Dior Ginyard, a BSU graduate, developed the skills to make a difference in the NFL, the National Football League. Is Mr. Dior Ginyard here with us today? If you are, please stand. I wanted to highlight him as he recently made the Forbes magazine 30 Under 30 list for his work connecting pro football players with educational and other opportunities and making sure they get back to school to get their degrees. And Dior has said, Bowie State University played an integral part in helping me bounce back from a traumatic brain injury, from the moment I stepped on campus contemplating my life to when I walked across the stage. This institution instilled in me the importance of family. Family, and that's what we have here. So please give him a round of applause. These are just a few of the stories of accomplishment among our graduates and our students that shine a light on the uniqueness of an HBCU, but a uniqueness of Bowie State University, and how we encourage the development of our students to succeed beyond these walls. We want them to succeed in the workplace, in our communities, and to give back to our communities. The journeys of our students occur within an incredibly immense energy. This energy flows from the academic research areas and the programs that we have here. And you heard mentioned the new Center for Natural Sciences, Mathematics, and Nursing, which is home to a state-of-the-art nursing simulation lab. There's innovation and partnerships in teaching and research. Our cybersecurity workforce grant is giving us our teachers hands-on training in computer technology and science. And the music and theater arts and digital media arts programs are preparing students to display their talents on stage and behind the scenes. We're sending students to the farthest corners of the world for study and exploration. With partners, we're working to end the school-to-prison pipeline by creating a school-to-campus pipeline, welcoming middle schoolers here at the Bowie at a Glance program. Yes, you can applaud that. We want our students pursuing education to stop that school-to-prison pipeline. And we're teaming up with other organizations to introduce children in foster care to mentors on campus and bringing girls from the juvenile justice system together with BSU student mentors who help them visualize what is possible in higher education and here at Bowie State University. The academic programs and research initiatives the nurturing yet challenging community we've created, none of this came easily or without a struggle. Our founders and all those who worked so hard to build this institution, they didn't do it for themselves. They did it for their children and their children's children. The freed women and men who laid the cornerstone of Bowie State University understood that wisdom of that saying, society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they will never sit in. All of us have stories of the sacrifices made for us, the loved ones, who put one foot in front of the other so that our road would be easier. I think about my paternal grandmother from Cartagena, Colombia, if you've ever wondered where the name Aminta comes from. It's from my grandmother's, my paternal grandmother, who hailed from Cartagena, Colombia, who had read about America as a land of opportunity. She wanted to become a doctor here and came here in the early 1900s to pursue that dream. She didn't know, as a woman of color, as a woman, she would face discrimination. She had hopes, she had dreams. But in the early 1900s, that wasn't possible. Rather than go home, my grandmother put down roots and became a nurse. The brave choice that she made at that time is why I'm privileged to be part of this community today. So it goes back even further to Grandmom, and I give you all the praise, and I truly appreciate all of her sacrifices. I stand here before you today because of the one foot before the other that happened with my grandfather, my maternal grandfather, who was a voracious reader, and he himself was an activist. Very soft-spoken, but he let his voice be heard as much as possible during that civil rights era, to the point where he was, out of curiosity, drawn to a KKK meeting because he was determined. He was going to find out about all that rhetoric he was hearing about why black people were inferior. So he went to a KKK meeting and lived to tell the tale. That's why I'm standing here today too, because he lived to tell the tale. But he wanted to know where in the Bible it said that. And he wanted his children to know that there is a better tomorrow and that we should challenge and have our voices heard. And so I tell that story to my children and to my grandchildren so that they will know that oral history and know from whence you came. It was my ancestors, as well as yours, who were planting the seeds for our future, for this future. 50 years ago in Memphis, the sanitation workers who went on strike were planting the seeds for future generations too. Their I Am a Man campaign was a declaration of humanity and equality. Dr. King, drawn by their strength and courage, lost his life for that cause. That painful rich history reverberates still today, especially in the 50th year since our tragic loss to this country. It inspires us and it challenges us to consider as individuals and as one community here in Prince George's County, what are we doing today that will take root for generations to come? My faith in Bowie State University tells me that we have the answers sitting right here on this campus to face the many questions and challenges of today's society and to face these challenging times. Sitting in this crowd are researchers who will meet our most difficult challenges. Among our students are the future teachers who will strengthen the schools and start our youth on the path to success. Right here are the future thinkers, artists, politicians, yes, politicians, entrepreneurs, scholars whose leadership will unite us and solve pressing problems. The talent and potential within this community make us very much like that mythical kingdom that we all know, that mythical kingdom of Wakanda. Maybe without the vibranium, okay? because there's so much ingenuity and knowledge here at BSU and in this community. But BSU, you've heard me say it before, we've got to share that. Let's not keep it a secret. We've got to share it with this community, with this region, and with the world. Because I believe our vision for racing to excellence will allow us to be more and to do more. In brief, it means preserving our legacy as this state's first historically Black campus of higher learning and building on academic excellence, supporting our diverse community of learners, and developing distinctive programs and creating new partnerships with local as well as global benefits. Racing to excellence is only possible because of the work that has gone on before me. Along those lines, I am pleased to tell you that we will be implementing the outstanding recommendations from the Civility Commission. That commission was tasked by my predecessor, Dr. Burnham, with creating guidance for affirming dissent and promoting civil discourse. The recommendations will cultivate in our students respect for free speech and diversity, and remind us all of how important it is to take responsibility for our community and the choices that we make. And I want to thank you, Dr. Burnham, for your leadership toward a framework for a more inclusive campus. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you. Cultivating more inclusivity on the campus means introducing our students to learning beyond this campus. My own experience during high school, when all of Philadelphia was my campus as I attended the Parkway program, which was known as a school without walls, it informed me that learning doesn't just happen in the classroom. I experienced firsthand the city of Philadelphia as my classroom, where I traveled across the city to classes. And we must meet our students where they are to ensure that they have those same kinds of invigorating, exciting opportunities to build and create learning outside of the classrooms and around the world. We must seek more ways to extend education for our lifelong learners who will be active citizens fully engaged in our democracy. When I envision the future of BSU, I envision this wonderful gem in Prince George's County, and here's what I see. New partners who will bring the workplace into the curriculum, physical spaces for business incubators that will foster interdisciplinary studies, learning environments that bridge classroom learning with real-world experiences and hands-on experiences, and visitors who will come to this campus to explore, to learn, and to grow. Global education, including study abroad programs to expose our students to the world, and entrepreneurship living learning communities. And I imagine this beautiful entrepreneurship center on the perimeter of this campus that will be home to incubator spaces, maker spaces, as well as a residence hall, but bridging learning and living environments together. What I see is a campus that more and more will be tuned into and drawn into the world. On a day that's all about tradition as well as the future, I pledge today and each day that I will do all that I can to build on the strengths that have been honed and cultivated for 153 years of our history. We don't know what lies ahead, but we do know that every obstacle has only made us wiser. Every roadblock has built our resolve. There will be challenges ahead, but there's great opportunity that lies ahead for us. As together within the University System of Maryland, along with the support that you see here and with each one of you, I know that whatever journey lies ahead for us will only toughen us. Those challenges will cultivate our confidence to set ambitious goals, and they will strengthen us to achieve them. And I do believe to everything there is a season. And Bowie State University, this day is our day. This time is our time. This season, it's our season to rise and rise again. Yes, we will rise to new heights in teaching and learning and dedicating ourselves to building a workforce and a community. The future is ours to build, and I truly believe we are building it together. I accept with great humility the hope and promise for a bright future. I know on whose shoulders I stand, Dr. Myers, Dr. Burnham, and all who have gone on before me. But Bowie State University, together, we are on this race, to continue on this leg of the race, a race to excellence. I thank you for being here on this race with me. I'm looking forward to getting up every day and working as hard as I can for the future and for the future generations that I have yet to meet. So know Bulldog Nation and BSU. BSU. I'm here for you every day. Thank you so much for this true honor of being your 10th president and the first female president in 153 years. Thank you, my Bulldog Nation. Thank you.
So there is no confusion on this. What you heard today, and I say this to everyone in the audience and everyone with a connection to Bowie State University, we have received our marching orders. And my bit of friendly advice to everyone here is keep moving. Staying still would be a contact sport. And I don't think you want to do that. So, Aminta, thank you so much for your remarks. I must say, too, and I know I might be getting a little redundant on this, on who takes credit for Aminta's being here, but I recognize when I have been outdone. I get that. And I will not for a moment take on Aminta's mom, with respect to this. I am smart enough not to do that. I am smart enough not to do that. So congratulations, and congratulations to everyone who played a role in Aminta's coming here today. The Board of Regents wish you well, President Breaux, as you lead Bowie State University, the oldest historically black college or university in the state of Maryland. At this time, I ask that everyone please stand. Thank you for following my instructions. And join with the Bowie State University Madrigal Singers in the singing of the Alma Mater. The lyrics are on page 9 of your program.
What a great time to be alive. Dr. Breaux. guests, I would like to thank Chairman Brady for graciously officiating today's installation ceremony. Special thanks to all the members of the Bowie State University community who worked to make this historic event possible, especially the members of our inauguration committee. We are also most grateful to all of our sponsors for enabling the wonderful inauguration activities this week. We extend our deepest appreciation to the many individuals and organizations that have contributed so generously to the Racing to Excellence Endowed Scholarship established in honor of Dr. Breaux's father, Mr. Alex Woodley, to benefit our Bowie State University students. It's all right to clap. A special thanks goes to the leadership donors, to the scholarship, Andrea and Kenneth Frazier. Thank you very much. And thanks to all of you for taking out time from your busy schedules to celebrate with us. The celebration will continue with a reception immediately following the recessional on the lawn. All are invited to attend. Respectfully, I ask you to please remain in your seats until the President and the processional party have exited. Thank you and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining faculty, students, family, staff, alumni, dignitaries, friends, Symphony of Soul Band, and all of you for the inauguration of Dr. Aminta H. Breaux, 10th President of Bowie State University. A round of applause, for history is being made today.